We are getting poorer at solving complex issues, as a species I mean, but the good thing is that there is something you can do about it. My name is Jasper Steinhausen and this is Outside Perspective, where as usual I give you perspectives on issues in the intersection between sustainability and business. The other day I was with a longtime friend discussing the current environment and how that what's going on in the global scene shapes how to do business and how it might affect the green transition. And then he showed me a piece of research that actually dates back to his PhD a few years ago, but was really frightening, and that struck me so much that I needed to share this with you guys, is that if you imagine a graph where you have two lines on it, one is a more or less exponentially shaped line, and that signals the development in complexity in the problems we have to deal with. And I'm speaking here both on at a business level, how the current state of the world makes it so much more risky and complex to navigate, but also the level of complexity in the major problems we are trying to solve at a societal level, like climate change, biodiversity, obesity, stuff like that. So that's the one line. The other line is more or less a flat line, and that shows mankind's ability to solve problems. So it's our capacity to think and to have complex interactions and thoughts and reflection points, and that's not growing too much because it's a function of our brain's ability to do so. But what was terrifying was that you would expect, or I would at least, that the line would be steadily going upwards, so we will be getting better and better. And even though it's an exponential graph we're up against, so the gap would widen, what it turns out was that this actually going the other direction. We are getting poorer at it. And the reason for that is kind of interesting. And if you think about it, well, for me, I think it's quite obviously when he told about it, that we humans, we are optimizing every second of our lives, or at least many people are. We are constantly trying to get the most out of everything, which means that our brain never gets to rest. So it's kind of like if you are training for a marathon or whatever, if you overtrain, then even though you keep training, you actually get worse and worse and worse. You need time to relax. And it's the same with our brain. We're constantly bombarding it with stuff. Never giving it enough rest time means that it's constantly vibrating and thus in overdrive, and it needs to recover a bit. So if you think about it, I think we all know this at a more personal level, that if you're stressed out, if you're overworked, if you have too much in your head, well, then your ability to deal with complex stuff just goes down. So there are good things you can do about this, and some of it could be very simple actually, but the key thing is basically you need to slow down to be able to speed up. So this is breaks, both during the day, and it's respecting your sleep and sleep patterns at night. It's I've introduced a 4-day work week coming back from the summer break last year, and using my Fridays, what I call my magic Fridays, where I don't really work on the business. I don't work in the business. I can work on it, and sometimes I just take some time off, but use it to reflect and think and write and stuff like that. But never do anything that's related to working inside the business. So there are different tricks that you can use, but I just want to stress out that what we need to be able to succeed with the green transition, in order to succeed with developing these new and better versions of your business that sustainability is all about, well, that is your ability to think and be creative and to solve complex problems. And that requires that you respect your brain and don't work against it, but work with it. So I'll just really emphasize that you have a hard look at your life and yourself and see if you're doing that, or if you need to slow down to be able to speed up. So this was Outside Perspective video from this time and for this month. I'll be happy to hear what you think, and obviously subscribe and like and share this with one person if you feel like there's somebody who might benefit from this. See you in another video. Bye.